Tech is the computer and weapons specialist, the most talkative of the group. His genetically enhanced brain can puzzle through technical issues at speeds even faster than some droids. Hello and welcome to Centurions Corner, and today we are reviewing from Hasbro the Black Series Star Wars The Bad Batch Tech, or Tick if you want to call him that. I actually picked this guy up from Kapow Toys. It comes out at $18.95 plus the post and packaging, which is pretty good to be honest. Otherwise you're paying that $21.99 extra kind of price plus post and packaging. It comes up to about an extra $5 of what we're normally to use, and at the moment I'm still not used to paying that price unless I'm actually picking it up in the wild. So yeah, Tech, I've been absolutely waiting ages for this guy. We're still waiting for Wrecker to come out in the UK, but now we can get this guy, we can review him, and then we can actually do an upgrade, which you guys have actually been badgering on me for months, but unfortunately in the UK we've been waiting a long time. So anyway, here he is in his blister pack. We've got his helmet up here. Kind of looks kind of goldy, it doesn't even look yellow, the mask and stuff up here. We've got a little DC pistol here, and I think that might be his only weapon by looking at it. There is a holster here, but we'll see as we open him up. So he's in the red with the Bad Batch at the bottom on here. We've got Tech with a nice picture on the side. On the back, same picture again, plus his bio, and he's number 4 in the Bad Batch line. And on the side, just continuing on that line around there. So I guess without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack, and it looks like he only comes with that DC pistol, which is a bit strange, but I can't remember him using another gun, because normally he always uses like a compad or something like that. So we're just going to pull him out and have our first impressions, and so is the helmet. Got a nice big backpack on the back there, it's not stuck on, so we can just pull him out. And yeah, taking a closer look at his head, which kind of looks a little bit strange, a little bit weird. Might take me a little while to get used to that face, but yeah, seems alright. We take him away, take his pictures, put him through his well, I guess the way his articulation is, and we'll see you now. So here he is, we've been away, we're taking his photos and putting through his paces, and again Hasbro have done a fantastic job with these Bad Batch figures, and they're pretty cool, even though we had to wait 10 years to get the guy. But it comes with quite a lot of accessories, really nice articulation, really good likeness, and also all the new sculpt and everything that we have there. So it is pretty cool. There is a few little drawbacks, and the main things are, I don't know what it is with this wave, but all the accessories and stuff like that, all these little thin little aerials and stuff, they're all made of that horrible thin cheap grey plastic. I don't like it. Change it, Hasbro, because this is your premium line and it really makes the figures look naff. So first of all, his first accessory is his DC pistol, clone issue, just sits in his kind of trigger hand. Unfortunately he hasn't got no holster or anywhere to put it, so he just kind of has to hold it for now. The other accessories that he comes with is obviously his backpack, and yeah, looking pretty cool, looking pretty nice. Got the little beat up kind of part on here, no weathering at all on there. I'm sure there's a lot of paint applications missing, and yes, don't worry, there will be an upgrade into this video. So on the side here you can just see there's even more missing on the side. It's just literally a big lump of grey plastic, and it just always falls out as well. It keeps falling out of this T kind of sort of stud part that we have on the back, so it probably will just need permanently gluing in, unfortunately. So obviously his other accessories he comes with are these loads of little accessories that hang off his belt, and look at that cheap transparent plastic that they've given us. Fantastic. So again, these will need a little bit more paint on there to bring them up to scratch. They're okay. I mean, they're thin. That's kind of what they are. You know, it's kind of look like more R2-D2 kind of accessories. Actually, it's even got a stud on there. It wouldn't surprise me if they actually did fit inside R2-D2, but I haven't got a Black Series R2 to do it. I've got the Bandai ones. Yeah, obviously, as you can tell, don't really fit into his hand. I mean, you can kind of balance it through there, like he's kind of using it in a kind of particular way. So unfortunately, it is quite cool to have these on the belt and removable, but yeah, they kind of just sort of sit in there on that part. And then obviously the main accessory really for this guy is his removable helmet. So as you can see, we've got the visor on here. We have got that kind of 8-bit looking skull there on the side and on this side as well. A little bit of weathering and a bit of carbon scoring and stuff on there, but no weathering at all on there. And we've got these really nice reflective light, well, I say lights, they reflect the light, his goggles, but it's made of the sort of a very kind of gold looking rather than a sort of like the yellow that he does have, and obviously they are see-through, and the goggles are actually inbuilt on the helmet rather than being detachable, so you can wear them at the same time. The visor does move down, but obviously moves down these earmuff parts as well, so the actual skull does move. It's easy quite pop off as well, so you can actually take these off if you just wanted to have a quick ganders of what it looked like without that part. Taking that off, you can actually see the extra little torch part on this side as well, and more look at those aerials on the side of his head. We can actually pull off the helmet, and it's quite a nice fit, doesn't really kind of graze over the actual head itself, so I don't think there's going to be much paint rub on there. But with that, we can actually take off the helmet to look underneath, but the articulation wise with the helmet on doesn't get hindered. So, and that's kind of him for his accessories, and then we can actually go through his articulation. So while we're here, we can go left, we can go right. It's actually got a separate neck joint movement at the top there, so you can get a bit of swagger, and then obviously he's got the lower neck movement here. Arm wise, we have got a nice butterfly joint, and the arm does come up all this way as well. We've got the rotation here at the elbow, and it's on a 90-degree elbow bend just there, probably a little bit more than 90 to be honest. Rotation here and the wrist. Ab crunch, you can't really look down that much, and you can look back that far. Leg wise, you can come up this wide, you can kick forward, you can kick back. We've got upper thigh rotation here. We've got a single knee joint down here. Unfortunately, it does look a bit weird because he leaves his knee pad at the top, but then he bends the knee at the bottom, as like always with the new sort of sculpt. And then we've got the rocker and the pivot at the ankle. So this is probably just one of the downside on this one, and I don't think we can really kind of adjust it because it is really stuck to the actual leg, even though I think it is actually a separate piece. So yeah, it's not too bad, looking pretty cool. Nice kind of articulation there for a figure like this. And then we can go through the actual sculpt itself. So obviously we've got the sort of tech looking head here in a realistic form, kind of looking a little bit like a petrified Tamara Morrison in a weird, very weird way. Yeah, it just looks a bit strange to be honest, done it in a realistic way. And obviously we've got that kind of funky hair that he has. The armour part down here, so he's got this kind of black undersuit, kind of really reminds me a bit of a biker scout in a way. I suppose the helmet does remind me a bit of biker scout as well, with that sort of front nozzle part there, so I guess maybe that's the way they was going for this guy. I never really looked upon it until now. This whole part here is actually a separate piece, so a bit like the Stormtrooper in a way, like this is actually a separate part of armour, so this could actually be taken completely off and you could have a black torso underneath there. On here, these are all extra pieces as well, made of that kind of soft vinyl, same as this as well. As you can see, it sort of bends up quite a bit, so be careful not to lean this off anything because it would actually bend with the heat. And then going down on the arms, you can actually see all the detailing and the greys, and then a few bits there. No weathering at all on this guy, which is a shame, around on there, so he's very white or off grey. The belt wise as well, we've got all the kind of belt parts. There's no buckle, well I suppose there's buckles here, but the studs and all that are not painted on his pouches and whatsoever. Going down a bit more, we have got these brown extra sort of padding parts here, a bit like a Mando in a way. And then down to these bad boy knee pads and his extra ammo pouches around on his belt. Again, no extra paint marks and stuff on there. So yeah, I will be doing an update on this guy because I have been absolutely bombarded by messages if I'm going to do it, but it's taken so long for this figure to come out over here just to get him. So yes, I will do it. Actually, I was looking at my channel the other day for when I actually done the updates, even of Boba Fett, and actually it was 9 months ago. 9 months. That's absolutely crazy that I actually started painting these guys. That only seems like yesterday. But thank you so much for joining me on this one, and don't forget, you know, subscribe so you will see that video come along. You can comment down below, subscribe, you can donate to the account on the PayPal or join channel. All that's in the description down below. And obviously we are sort of a bit sponsored by Zavvi now and again. This figure did not come from Zavvi, but there is discounts down below if you want 10% off full price figures and stuff like that. So knock yourselves out. So thank you once again, and I'll see you next time. Take care.